A perfect time to bring back in criminal defense attorney David Bruno. David, put aside if a juror likes or doesn't like Sarah Boone based on this interaction and what they've seen so far. Twice she says, but it wasn't intentional. It's not intentional after she was arrested. And I think this highlights why every criminal defense attorney I know, nay, almost every attorney says, when they want to talk to you, don't say anything because she doesn't understand it doesn't matter, to your point earlier, that it wasn't intentional.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here every week, and every week we see defendants waiving their rights, thinking that they could explain or outsmart the detectives. They just never know what they have, right? And this is an example with digital evidence, right? Because digital evidence is prevalent. It's not just the phones now. There's surveillance videos, there's door cams, there's all kinds of cell tower data, and even data about walking. We saw that in the Murdoch case. So when people think that they can go down there and they're given their rights, they're given for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. When you're given your right to remain silent, it means you have the right to remain silent. They're telling you that because it is your right. It's the right for the innocent. It's the right for the guilty. And Sarah Boone thinks she could out-talk everybody. And it started there, and it didn't end there because it's continuing. She wants snacks. She wants all these different accommodations in the courtroom. And I think the funniest thing that I took from this right here is this very ending, where he says, you'll get an attorney. You have a right to an attorney. But little did he know it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attorneys. She had to put a job application out for this particular team. And here we are. Years later, Sarah Boone hasn't stopped talking yet.
Yeah, and she's on attorneys 9 and 10. But let me just clarify, because she wasn't under arrest until the end of that. So they don't have to give that warning, do they? And that's why she said, oh, you were tricking me, which is also part of what they're allowed to do. So I don't think she got warned of her rights because she wasn't under arrest. But clarify for me.
Yeah, no, she did get those rights.
Okay.
She was given the rights in the beginning. You know, I had a little problem with the way it was done because, and this was an argument that the defense made, essentially that she was given her rights and she was asked if she understood the rights, and she said, yes, I understand. But there wasn't an actual waiver question. Like, knowing your rights, do you now agree to give the statement? Do you waive your rights? So they were actually, because there's an argument about custody, Ashley. It's not just in custody arrested. The definition of custody for Miranda purposes is a reasonable person would not feel they're free to leave the questioning. So that's why they had to do it.
Thank you so much, David Bruno. I knew you'd know the answer to that. I'm Judge Ashley Wilcott. It's been such a pleasure being with you. Coming up next.